Check 1, 2. Are we in the building? Check 1, 2. Let's see, are we in the building? Are we in the building? Are we in the building? It looks like we're in the building. Family, I'm sorry. I gotta. This is my confession. I gotta put on some lotion. That's not my confession. This is my confession. If you just joined, we'll be talking about Tariq Nasheed again tonight. If you have a problem with it, I ask that you leave right now. So you don't waste your time commenting. You don't waste a whole hour wondering what we talking about. We'll be talking about Tariq Nasheed connection to FBI and strange happenings. So we're going to give you some time right now to go ahead and do what you do. So go ahead, go take as much time as you like. Just don't take up all that time because we got things to discuss tonight. Yeah, I try to tell you. I want to tell you off the top. If you didn't read the caption at the bottom, look at your neighbor and say, caption at the bottom. If you didn't read the description at the bottom, if you failed, look at your neighbor and say, fail. If you failed to see the thumbnail, I'm here to tell you today, right here, we'll be talking about Tariq Nasheed again. You hear me shuffling on the floor because I'm tapping my feet and the organ is starting to play, you know. So if you fail to read the title, look at your neighbor, say title. If you fail or refuse to read the description, I'm going to tell you, read my lips. We'll be talking about Tariq Nasheed's grifting and the people that fall once they come in contact with them. So if you are in the front row, the side row, the middle row, or standing on the wall, take your time right now and excuse yourself and you may depart. All right? Because right now, we're about to get into some business. Family, let me tell you something. I'm going to plebiscite babble a little bit. What that means is nothing that I say is true. Nothing that I say should be implied as an actual event. What I'm going to do here tonight is I'm going to examine strange happenings. I'm going to examine when Tariq Nasheed meets somebody, they come up missing or they end up in prison. Not saying that Tariq is guilty of anything. I want to put a disclaimer. I'm not accusing, I'm not saying that he is guilty of anything. What I'm saying is, just like when you watch Unsolved Mysteries, the Hollywood TV show, they got actors, they got people that play roles, and they got people that are really a part of the story. But that doesn't mean that those are the people that actually did these horrendous acts. Because in America, you are innocent until proven guilty. And no one has been proven guilty here, so I'm going to plebiscite babble. Pocket watching with JT. Let me tell you something about pocket watching with JT. Pocket watching with JT. You can use anything I got, brother. You know, people say that you and I should get together and do a show. I don't know if I yell too much pocket watching. I won't do it on your show. But if you come here, I got to yell to the people. Shout out to Pocket Watching with JT. Brother, I got 2 videos up of him, and it's some amazing content that I researched on him. I got another one coming soon because people been asking about it, but I do appreciate all that you do. And I like what you said. You said the other day or a week ago, whatever it was, you said you can tell off the top when somebody is. You didn't use these words, so pardon me, but you said in all intents and purposes, you said, when they start talking, you can already tell it's a scam. I think you was talking about someone dealing with crypto. You say, man, listen, you was talking about the guy called Billy Carson with the crypto. Thank you for the super chat. But absolutely, I feel you. You know what I mean? You sitting up there talking about aliens. Next thing you know, you giving people crypto advice. Goodness gracious. But anyway, I really respect the brother platform. Many people ask me, man, you need to do a show with him. Won't y'all do a collaboration one day? And I wouldn't even mind that, man, because that brother is straight up, very professional. I'm waiting for the day I can calm down and I can talk, you know what I mean, like you talk. You be real calm. You be very calm, man, straight to the point and just dagging them. You crooked guy. You crooked crook. But you be like, yeah, and you know when you look at right over here, you have to, and I was talking to some, yeah, I'm going to get there one day. But today, what we going to do today is.
Check 1, 2.
Oh.
It's time to expose the frauds.
Huh?
It's time for us to go hard.
Huh?
It's time to expose the frauds.
What?
It's time for us to go hard.
Huh?
It's time to expose the frauds.
Huh?
It's time for us to go hard.
What?
It's time to expose the frauds.
What?
It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds.
Yeah.
It's time for us to go hard.
JT!
Let me welcome y'all to Moore's World.
Welcome, JT!
It's time to go. Ain't nobody going to deceive me.
Deceive who?
Deceive you.
Never on my watch.
Time to go pull out the pot. Turn
What?
off the heat. Let's make it hot. Don't be
Oh, we gonna turn up tonight?
Rolling with the guard.
PG!
Sonny Box and Apple X and Sean.
What up? Stand up!
Got Sean from the Shy Candy Chamber, Ishmael.
Let me go.
And send soon now.
Let it go.
Anybody they can get it if they gripping it.
Hey!
The fam.
Hey!
World TV investigating all scams.
Oh my God! Y'all ready to start cooking?
Come on, keep it a buck.
I ain't been wrong once.
From Sinetta and Polite.
Come on.
To Tariq, Bagel,
Oh my goodness.
and Grandmaster.
Y'all ready?
Word to God to all the
Oh man.
I brought them to the E, but they ain't nothing. Watch how I do to Tariq Nasheed.
Huh?
Another edition of Moore's World TV.
Uh-oh.
Brother Taharkabey.
Did y'all thumbs up yet?
Get on these.
I got something nice for y'all. The members,
Set 'em down. Let's
the
go.
citizens already got it. I'm a Tula.
Like, hit that subscribe. That's right. Let that
I got something coming up for y'all. Y'all ready?
We gon' shut it down.
Oh my God.
Let's do these two
I got a treat for y'all in a few seconds. Y'all ready? Don't buck your eyes yet. Hey, hey, hey. That's right. The Moore's World TV citizens, they already got it. If you are a Moore's World TV citizen and a member, you have already heard it early, but we're going to drop it right now.
Check 1, 2.
Oh,
Check.
let's go.
1, 2, check.
Let's go.
Check.
Come on.
This the real deal.
This is the real deal. I'm going to pay it twice.
This the real deal.
Come on.
I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing this frauds. They say I'm trolling like
go.
Cali. They thought they catch me in Cali, smack me up with some charges. If I was 25, I probably would have stuffed them up regardless. On the run from the feds because that boy is a fed. If it was back in the day, I put a price on his head. You wanna swing on the guard, you little swindling frauds. With the feds on the block, the roof, and in the car. Nah, I'm a little smarter. I live to fight tomorrow. I refuse to let you leave me to slaughter. You little punk. I got children to raise. I got people to uplift. Your intentions is to enslave my people in grift, and at the same time snitch on anybody suspicious. You're a government witness and they just changed your name, gave you a new identity, location, and fame. But we know who you are. You can't hide no more, Marcus. It's coming to light what you done did in the darkness. Been an agent for years. Yeah, back in 91 you infiltrated the rap game. It's Cosmo Flex. Your job is done. Done. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like watching. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I got the heart of Muhammad and the wisdom of Ali. I never say why me, instead I say why you. Didn't heed the warning, you know how I do. Destroy them devils, cause the devil's a punk. I'm the manifest of God, star crescent and unk, and use a Twitter revolutionary way to get hacked. I say I got smacked, sitting in front of your compact. I'm boots on the ground, 10 toes down out west. I could've called on my people and pulled up to your rest. In your gated community is your federal prison. Don't think that we don't know how you really living, we got you. The feds is watching, informing, plotting to get me. I said the feds is watching, informing, plotting to get me. I said the plotting to get me. I said they plotting to get me. Come on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Man. I say the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me. Woo, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. Man. Woo. That's my Joan. Man. Did y'all hear the words? Oh my goodness. Fam, I gotta run it back one more time. I love it. I'm my biggest fan. I tell the corniest jokes and I love them. I make the realest hip hop and I love it. Oh my God. I gotta do it one more time. I gotta do it one more time. I got to do it one more time. Can I do it one more time? I got to do it one more time. Lord, forgive me. I got to do it one more time.
Check 1, 2.
Taharkabey got smacked, is that right?
Check,
Is
check.
that
Y'all
right?
ready?
Taharkabey
Y'all
went out
ready?
west, he
1,
got
2,
smacked,
check,
is
1,
that
2.
right?
Is that
Check,
right?
check.
Is that right?
Yeah. This the
Y'all
real
ready?
deal.
Man.
Let's go. Yes, sir. This the real deal.
Let's go. Taharkabey.
I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing this fraud. They say I'm trolling like 50. They thought they catch me in Cali, smack me up with some charges. If I was 25, I probably would've stuffed them up regardless. On the run from the feds, because that boy is a fed. And this was back in the day, I put a price on his head. You wanna swing on the guard, you little swindling fraud. With the feds on the block, the roof, and in the car. Nah, I'm a little smarter, I live to fight tomorrow. I refuse to let you leave me to slaughter, you little punk. I got children to raise, I got people to uplift. Your intentions is to enslave my people in grift, and at the same time snitch on anybody suspicious. You're a government witness and they just changed your name, gave you a new identity, location, and fame. But we know who you are, you can't hide no more, Marcus. It's coming to light what you done did in the darkness. Been an agent for years, yeah, back in 91 you infiltrated the rap game. It's Cosmo Flex, your job is done. Done. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like watching. They say I'm trolling like 50. And now the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I got the heart of Muhammad and the wisdom of Ali. I never say why me, instead I say why you. Didn't heed the warning, you know how I do. Destroy them devils, cause the devil's a punk. I'm the manifest of God, star crescent and unk, and use a Twitter revolutionary way to get hacked. I say I got smacked, sitting in front of your compact. I'm boots on the ground, 10 toes down out west. I could've called on my people and pulled up to your rest. In your gated community is your federal prison. Don't think that we don't know how you really living, we got you. The feds is watching, informers plotting to get me. I said the feds is watching, informers plotting to get me. Let's go, fam. Let's go, man. Come on, man. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey front line till the law call my number. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those who speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it was straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. They hit me acting like you a slave. The same people talk drugs, getting out of pain. And looking at women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Hell no, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation chasing pills, weed and serve. Yeah, they love no yacht. Future, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey front line till the law call my number. All you super scholars holler. This era for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every mo that rock a fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. I didn't try to kill the prophet, it was all for dough. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my vast estate. I want my town, my sheriff, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and debate. Y'all keep hating when love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you kill and fight and marry out of your race. If you ain't for Moore's world, then get out of my face. Cause Chinese love China, Italians love Italy. If you used to love the Moore's world, come on and build it with me. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. Man, listen, man. I don't care what y'all say. This is my show. This is my show. This is me and the Moorish World Citizen Show. This is me and the Moorish World Citizen Show. We going all the way up. What up, Naptown? This is the Moorish World TV Show. What up, people? This is the Moorish World TV Citizen Show. 3 times is a charm. 3 times is a charm. This is the Moorish World TV Citizen Show. 3 times is a charm. Let's go.
Let's go.
This the real deal.
Come on. Come on. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me.
Cause I'm exposing this fraud.
They say I'm trolling like 50.
They thought they catch me in Cali.
Huh?
Me up with some charges. If I was 25, I probably would have stuck
them up regardless.
On the run from the feds because that boy is a
What up, NY?
It was back in the day. I put a price on his head. You wanna swing on the guard? You little swindling fraud. With the feds on the block, the roof, and in the car. Nah, I'm a little smarter. I live to fight tomorrow. I refuse to let you leave me to slaughter.
You little punk.
I got children to raise.
I got people to uplift.
Your intentions is to enslave my people in grip, and at the same time snitch on anybody suspicious. You're a government witness, and they just changed your name. Gave you a new identity, location, and fame. But we know who you are. You can't hide no more, Marcus. It's coming to light what you done did in the darkness. Been an agent for years. Yeah, back in '91, you infiltrated the rap game. It's Cosmo Flex.
Your job is done. It's what? It's what?
The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting. plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like watching. They say I'm trolling like 50. And now the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I got the heart of Muhammad and the wisdom of Ali. I never say why me, instead I say why you. Didn't heed the warning, you know how I do. Destroy them devils, cause the devil's a punk. I'm the manifest of God, star crescent and unk. And use a Twitter revolutionary making it hack. I say I got smacked, sitting in front of your compact. I'm boots on the ground, 10 toes down out west. I could've called up my people and pulled up to your rest. In your gated community is your federal prison. Don't think that we don't know how you really living, we got you. The feds is watching and fooling, plotting to get me. I said the feds is watching and fooling, plotting to get me. I said they plotting to get me. Come on. I said they plotting to get me. Welcome to another edition of Morse Royalty. Sister Yasmin, thank you for the Cash App. Thank you, JT, for the Cash App. Man, listen, man, I'm sorry for the long intro. Do I have to apologize for my long intro? Do I have to apologize for my long intro? If I do, I officially apologize. I officially apologize, man, because I'm telling you, are you excited about life? Press 7 if you are excited about life. No matter what you go through, no matter what you're up against, man, please do everything in your power to be excited about life. Some people didn't make it here to the show tonight. Some people didn't wake up, family. Some people was walking down the street and a car jumped the curb. Somebody was harassed, beat up, beat down, and just didn't make it. We here, family. Be excited about life, no matter what you up against. I'm telling you, the ancestors, the Creator got us. When you are excited about life, that means that you enjoy everything that comes with it. The struggle, the opposition, the resistance of the elements that try to hold you back. You excited about that because it make you stronger. Let me stand on my soapbox for a minute before we get started. Let me stand on my soapbox before I get started. Can I stand on my soapbox, please? Let me tell you something. Listen, life is a very simple journey, right? It's a very simple journey, right? No matter who you are, family, just do right because it's right. Just do right because it's right, and right begets right. You reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? Right begets right. Just do right because it's right. Don't do right because you think you're going to get something. But if you do right, the seed that you plant, the flower will go and grow. That's just how life works. And let me tell you something. You do right because it's right. That don't mean that you ain't going to have the opposition. The opposition is no different when you go to Planet Fitness or your local gym or in your basement and lift some weights. In order for you to be strong and develop some arms and some legs and some whatever you try to develop, you gotta have resistance. See, when you do some chest, you gotta have the weight fall on you. You understand what I'm talking about? You gotta have it fall on you, and you gotta push it up off you, because you got to have resistance in order to get some form. You gotta use form and to get formed, because you need the resistance. Your spirit need to be tried with resistance. So family, enjoy the journey. Don't worry about the resistance. Embrace the resistance. Just know it is resistance. Don't blame it on the devil. Don't blame it on the spook. Blame it on the resistance that helped to develop the best that's in you. That's it. Don't blame the devil. Don't say, why me? No, why not you? You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. The hardest struggle of the people who have the hardest struggle are the most loved by the Creator. Because those who don't feel no struggle, they don't feel no need to change. They don't feel no need to be refined. They don't feel no need to be better. So those who have the hardest struggle are the chosen ones, because the chosen ones need the best that the Creator has to give us. And so He brings us struggle. He brings us opposition to bring out the divine in us. Thank you for the super chat. That stand up was right. So let me get off my soapbox. I got to get off my soapbox. So family, I'm telling you, stand strong. Don't worry about it. Let me tell you, I'm going to say one more thing. I'm going to say one more thing to you, and then we're going to get into this. Listen, at the end of the day, family,
I don't care who you are. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you have faith in. I don't care what walk you have in life, but know something that's something that's universal. When the creator and the ancestors in the universe try you, you follow what I'm saying? Thank you for the Cash App, Mr. Hotel Cryptonomics. When the universe try you, know for sure, this is how the universe works. Know for sure the universe is trying to give you the opposition that you may overcome so you can become strong and develop into your divine self. Let me tell you something. The moment that you're about to give up, just imagine you walking around the corner and the success is around the corner. If you don't break the barrier to go around that corner, you will never see success. Always keep going. Go around the corner. That corner might be 2 corners, 3 corners, 4 corners, but the moment that you stop and you don't go around that corner, you will never see success. Just keep pushing. Get around that corner. So when you feel like giving up, you say, I got to get around this corner. Grand Sheik say, get around the corner. Success is right around the corner. It's right around the corner. The moment that you give up, family, you will never be able to see the great success that's waiting for you around the corner. Just keep pushing. I'm telling you, man, my journey has been a beautiful one. I'm loving it, family. But here we go. Dawood Abdullah said, I'm out because I didn't say Hamdulillah, Rahman Allah. Shout out to all my faithful Muslims that understand universal wisdom. But I don't know why Abdullah up out here, because he don't want to speak regular English, I guess. I don't know. But I know what? My sister Amatullah gonna rock with me. How about that? My brother Malik gonna rock with me. How about that? So let me tell Abdullah something. Assalamu alaikum, Ak. Assalamu alaikum, Aki. Amatullah, don't get mad. That's how I gotta talk to these people. Amatullah crazy. I know my brother Muhammad 322 is gonna stick with me. But if you don't want to stick with me, assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, I'll see you the next time. I'm just my Muslim people. Let me tell you something. My best friend of over 40 years is a bona fide Orthodox Muslim. He watched my show. He don't pay me no mind. You know what I mean? He said, man, just do what you gotta do, man. We don't argue about religion. We've been friends for a long time because we don't take our journey personal. You know what I'm saying? We don't take our journey personal. You know what I'm saying? We understand jokes, we understand comedy, and we understand these grifters need to get this heat. But with that being said, family, y'all ready, family? Have y'all noticed? Is anybody familiar? Is anybody familiar what's been going on? So it's a story. Matter of fact, let's start. Let's take it from the top real quick, family. So the last time that I was here, last time we was here, I had to take a break. I'm telling you, I was tired, family. I was tired. I wasn't tired. I was tired. You know what I'm saying? I was tired. Anybody ever been tired? Anybody ever been tired? I did this show and I was tired. I had to get up early. I was so hyper. I was tired. Ain't nobody never tired. T-O-D-D, Todd. I was tired. Goodness gracious. So the next day I had to get some rest, man. Look, tarred. I was feathered and tarred by some crazy European in my dream trying to put me back into slavery, and I had to fight him, and I woke up tarred. I don't know what I'll be saying halftime. But listen. At the end of the day, family, remember the last thing that I did? Let me share it with you real quick. Let's get started. I want to get started with this because this is going to be a nice little presentation. This is going to be a nice demonstration. But we was talking about Tariq Nasheed right here.
No prescription, don't have to see. We sell drugs like the pharmacy. Me good and cities like the pharmacy.
So y'all remember we played this when he was in Jamaica. And he was talking about the weed. He was talking about, and he was hanging out with the guy. He was hanging out with the guy, Jamaican Rick. Now, again, I said, I'm not sure, if that's the same Jamaican Rick, but it's real weird. It's real weird to me. I'm just going to give you all a recap. It's real weird to me that, this situation, that we're going to be talking about tonight. That in this picture right here, he's with the guy Jamaican Rick right here. You know what I'm saying? And the strange thing about this is, you know what I mean? He's with the guy Jamaican Rick right here, right? Now, he's in the club. And now the first thing you want to ask is, who is this Jamaican Rick? Is this the Jamaican Rick? Is this the Jamaican Rick that I can't be 100% sure. I'm not sure, but let me just share something with you if I may. You follow me? Let me just share something with you if I may. It's very strange to me that, let me pull up the algorithms, that this Jamaican Rick that's in the picture, I'm about to share it with you. This Jamaican Rick that's in the picture, and I don't condone any breaking of the law and crime and all that stuff. That ain't my thing. Okay, let me get this real quick. So this, let me pull myself out the way. So this Jamaican Rick, oh my goodness, what I done did. This Jamaican Rick in the picture, right? The Jamaican Rick in the picture. And you see this video from Montego Bay. What I did was I look at the I try to find out when the video was uploaded. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't sure. So I went and looked at the video when it was uploaded. And it was uploaded on, it was published on March 11, 2019. And in the video, he says he was in the club with Jamaican Rick, right? And being in the club with Jamaican Rick is no crime, you know. But you would come to see that, here's the video, right? I mean, that's Nipsey. So in the club with Jamaican Rick, but then a few months later, Jamaican Rick is convicted of human trafficking. But these crimes go back to 2013 and 14. So if this is the same Jamaican Rick, he was with him in March. By May, Jamaican Rick is out of there. Again, I'm not sure if that's the same Jamaican Rick. I'm still looking to confirm. And he does the video. He does the video that we have seen where he prances around the club talking about they got weed in the club. This is Jamaican Rick. And it looks very odd to me that one would prance around the club like that. Now, so Jamaican Rick is right now serving time. He's locked up. He's serving time. Now, I don't condone any criminal activity. Man, listen, I think we need to work hard and get it from the mud. You know what I'm saying? However, if this guy is Tariq Nasheed, always connected to somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's really strange to me. You know, when we look at right here, Nipsy Hustle. We look at Nipsey Hustle, and even somebody in the video says Nipsey ain't FBA, and yet he rolling with them. Confusion on display 4K. But shout out to Nipsey Hustle, because I don't get up into separating our people, right? But then when you look at the video right here, April 11th, he with Nipsey Hustle. He's with Nipsey Hustle on April 11th, 2019. And then a few months later, March 31st, Nipsey is murdered. Now, again, I'm not implying that he has anything to do with that. But what I am saying is his videos that he put out are very, very make you wonder. Make you wonder. The videos he put out following, coming on the scene of Nipsey Hustle death was very odd to me. It was very, very odd to me. Listen to this little clip.
Did so much for this community. That's some sucker all day. Even if it was agent provocateur, just being.
I don't know if y'all can hear, but I do have it scrambled just a little bit. But he says, he points to agent provocateurs. Every time Tariq talks about something that goes down, he always talk about agent provocateurs. You know what I'm saying? Every single time. And it seems like a form of deflection from himself. Like when somebody gets shot in South Central, why do you first point to agent provocateurs? You know what I'm saying? Listen to this.
Did so much for this community. That's some sucker all day. Even if it was agent provocateur, just being in line.
Even if it was some agent provocateurs. Why do we keep, like, this is South Central. You know, we tends to have normalized violence in certain areas, and the last thing that we would say is agent provocateurs. You follow what I'm saying? But check them out.
Those type of folks being a part of this is some sucker.
And he's doing things like, he's saying things like, it's hot out here. It's hot out here. They flying around. It's hot out here. I'm like, huh? It doesn't even make sense to me. And like I said, the strange part about it is, there have been 3
other drive-bys out here in LA since that. So going down out here right now.
And then if you actually see the whole video, which I'm not going to go into, excuse me, if you see the whole video, which I'm not going to go into, he pans the camera all around, getting a view of the whole scene, and it's very strange to me. It's very strange to me. He's all out of place, uncomfortable. Go and watch the video for yourself. Go and watch the video for yourself. But what stuck out to me is that he started talking about agent provocateurs. And not only him, the European media is there saying the same thing. The European media is saying the same thing. Like, this sounds like a setup. This sounds like an agent. This sounds like now, I don't doubt any of these things. You know what I mean? I don't doubt any of these things. But why do Tariq always enter that in the conversation? No matter what. No matter what. Remember what we talked about the other night. Let me do this. Remember what we talked about the other night. How many times have Tariq, we can count and lose fingers how many times Tariq talk about the federal agents. You know what I'm saying? Come on. We can count and lose fingers. Come on. We did it the other night. We did it last night. You know what I'm saying? 2016, he said the federal agents visited him. 2017, they visit him. Over here, 2020, they come to his house. 2022, he's still talking about federal agents, that they visit him in 2022. Like how what more FBA's got to know? But let's keep it moving. So he rocked with Nipsey in 2019, but before it's all over said and done, Nipsey and so he must have posted this right after, because this say April. You know what I'm saying? But Nipsey, it's all in the same area. It just sound crazy. I'm not accusing nobody of nothing. But you know what? What people need to understand is that this, man, you know what I mean? This is Sidney Poitier. You know what I'm saying? You know, they trolled Sidney Poitier, they trolled Sidney Poitier for his support of Martin Luther King. And they watched his movements by informants. And this is why I'm telling you that the informants are not the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? You're implying that he had something done to Nipsey. No, I'm not implying that. Absolutely not. I'm saying that it appears to me that, as you can see, I pointed out that the guy right here, Jamaican Rick, they seem, if that's the same guy, they were together prior to him being sentenced for 15 years for sex trafficking. Nipsey Hustle and him was together prior to the murder of Nipsey. Matter of fact, let's go with one more. Let's go with one more. This is what I'm saying. Strange happenings. That's all I'm saying. Strange happenings. That's exactly what I'm saying. You follow me? Strange happenings. I'm not implying anything. I'm saying strange happenings. Now, watch this. Many people, my bad, I'm on the wrong page. Many people, unfortunately, many people really don't want to connect all of these dots. You know what I'm saying? And we want to doubt. But, you know, they have told us what they were going to do, even
included sponsoring of letters signed by phony names to relatives and friends and organizers.
Now, this is back in the day where they're telling you what they were doing, and they continue to do it. Watch this.
They involved even plans to replace him with someone else the FBI was to select as a national civil rights leader.
The FBI plans to select a civil rights leader to replace Martin Luther King. Doesn't it sound a little familiar to you that one says that he's a leader? He's not a leader, yet he got tons of followers. Doesn't it sound strange to you that 1 minute ADOS, whether you like ADOS or not, ADOS is gaining steam? Watch this.
Just saying something bad about ADOS. We got to get off that. That's another thing. Every time somebody says something dumb, we don't have to jump on it. Who gives a damn? We don't care. ADOS is not a club that you can join and quit. Either you are or you not. You dig? Either you are a descendant of slaves in America or you're not. This is not a club that you got to apply for a membership to. We're just acknowledging our status. And I'm not arguing with nobody about that. What the hell are you arguing about?
See, this is when he was supporting ADOS. You see what I'm saying? This is when he was supporting ADOS. And he says ADOS is a status. We're not going to argue anybody about ADOS. So if that's true, why would he create FBA? Because he's replacement. He's a replacement. It's the same thing with the conscious community with Sinetta. He took Sinetta's style. Goofy Sinetta don't even see it. He replaced it and he created a web. This web started with Hidden Colors to get people from what they call the conscious community interested in what he has to say so we can redirect the conscious or want to be conscious or people that interested. That's all it is. The same thing happened with when K Flex, what's the name? K Flex or what is his name? K Foss or what? Not K Foss. I just said it in the daggone song. The little clown rapper when he came out as the clown rapper. You know what I'm saying? And then he came out as K Flex as a gangster rapper. This is all about replacement. It didn't work with rap because back then rap was too strong. You know what I'm saying? It was still pretty much in its infancy, if you will. He could do it now, you know what I'm saying, with all the things they got in place, but he couldn't do it back then Cosmo Flex. There, he couldn't do it back then. But I believe that this happened during the Cosmo Flex time. I believe this happened during the K-Flex time. I don't believe this is new. I believe that this is a new operation from the same perspective, but I don't believe that this is new. I'm telling you, he told us that they've been on him for decades. You see, it's a reason he don't tell you his real name. It's a reason he don't go into great detail of his history. It's a reason you don't see no day ones. There's a reason behind that. There's a reason behind that. You understand what I'm saying? Come on now. How you going to lead the people you ain't got no day ones? How you going to give people advice and you ain't got no day ones? How you going to do that? How in the world are you able to pull that one off? You ain't got air day one. You ain't got air history. And you are able to convince people about FBA or anything? That don't make sense. Anybody that makes sense is a fool 5 times over. It do not make sense. You cannot make it make sense. You can't make it make sense. That someone gives you a vague history and all that they talking about is, and they call themselves the grassroots, but never get off the internet. Call themselves the grassroots, but stay on Twitter. Call themselves the grassroots and fighting white supremacy, but ain't seen air march or up against white supremacy. Not one time. We ain't seen nobody in no street talking to the racist European. We ain't seen nobody in the corporate boardroom talking to the racist European. We ain't seen nothing. All we've seen was Twitter spaces talking, grabbing articles and stories off the internet, speaking to the stories. That's all we've seen, and people say that's fighting white supremacy. Well, in 2023, look how things have changed. You can fight white supremacy in a Twitter space, and people will say that he's fighting white supremacy from a Twitter space. And they really believe it. They really believe it too, in their heart. Yeah, he fights white supremacy. When? Where? Where's the white supremacist? What is going on? And people really, really believe it. Unbelievable to me. Unbelievable to me. Now, for a guy that's able to sit home and grab and troll, they call me a troll. They call me a troll because I continue to cover this story, right? But he trolls the internet looking for stories. You understand what I'm saying? He trolls the internet looking for stories that he that he can talk about and make some sort of emotional plea for people to listen to him. That's what he does. And it's a shame, man, that we haven't moved an inch that this person can grab a story off the internet. And man, listen, I'm going to say this, right? I want to employ everybody, right? I want to employ everybody who got podcasts. Family, y'all should stay off of some of these tragic stories, man. Because these tragic stories, like if you're not really going to go at ground zero or organize people at the ground zero level to address these tragic stories, what you're doing is you're adding fuel to the fire. You understand what I'm saying? You're adding fuel to the fire. And that's not a good thing, to be adding fuel to the fire. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're telling Europeans that we are weak and that we fall victim to white supremacy, even if we have the disadvantage. In some cities, our numbers are small, you know what I mean? In some areas, the setup is unbeknownst to the victims of our people. But nevertheless, the moment that we continue to underscore these stories, we always put a spotlight on our vulnerability. We should be, at this stage, we should be organizing. We should be organizing around solution as opposed to new scholars say he's informing. He's not informing. Let me tell you something. Only thing he's informing on is those who potentially will rise up. That's the only informing that he's doing. If he was informing and plus activating people to address it in a responsible way, that's different. That's different. That's different. The only thing he's informing is those who are potentially will rise up. That's all he's informing. Don't be fooled by the media I'm informing. Because when he went into that club in Jamaica and he waves that camera around, he's informing. You're absolutely right. He's telling somebody, look what's going on here. When he went to that weed field in Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? When he went to that ganja grove in Jamaica and went live, he was informing, all right? He was informing that here it is. You know what I'm saying? When he went to Nipsy Hustle demonstration, he was informing to confirm that this is what it is. We can't be so foolish these days, family. We cannot be so foolish. You know what I mean? We cannot be so foolish. You know what I mean? Let's stop it. You know what I mean? At the state of emergency that we in, we can't be entertained by those who are supposed to be informing just for entertainment purposes. Because that's what it's come to. It comes to the point that if it was just an innocent YouTube show of informing, like it's a guy that got a show called The African Diaspora. I don't know if he still got the show or something like that. He comes off as a news show. You know what I'm saying? Some of our people do come off as newsworthy platforms. That's not what Tariq does. Tariq cherry pick certain stories for an express purpose and an end resolve. Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. He's not picking any stories. He's cherry picking stories. He's cherry picking these stories in order to make people think that he's informing the public. No. Don't be so crazy. Don't be so crazy. And anybody that have watched him when he have prearranged debates on his show, whether it's the Nigerian or anybody else, you know and I know that stuff is prearranged, set up, and he don't got no beef with no European. He don't have no beef with no white supremacists. He did a video that says that we got to watch the missionaries that go into Haiti. And then he says the white missionaries that go into Haiti. But then he go into Haiti with his quote-unquote white mother-in-law. Come on, we got to stop playing, Scholar. Come on, Scholar. Come on, Scholar. Come on, Scholar. He makes a statement. He makes a statement about going into Haiti, white missionaries, but then he partner up with his quote-unquote white mother-in-law and goes into Haiti as a missionary. Come on. Come on. We're not that crazy, are we? We're not that crazy. Nah. Anyway, check this out.
Didn't get very far. But it was seriously considered, and Mr. Hoover penned a note to that suggestion commending its authors, did they not? Yes.
One more time.
They involved even plans to replace him with someone else the FBI was to select as a national civil rights leader. Is that correct?
Yes, that plan didn't get very far.
But it was seriously considered, and Mr. Hoover penned a note to that suggestion commending its authors, did they not?
Yes.
So they're telling you that Hoover had plans to create a civil rights leader after the assassination of Martin Luther King, after the annihilation of Dr. Martin Luther King, and give you a leader. And you telling me that we're not smart enough to figure this out today? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we think we need something super dramatic? We think like come on, what I've showed so far, it should be enough. Matter of fact, it should be enough just to raise questions. It should be enough just to raise questions. You follow what I'm saying? It should be enough just to raise questions.
What is there to argue with? What is there to argue about?
How you go from ADOS?
Something bad about ADOS. We got to get off that. That's another thing. Every time somebody says something dumb, we don't have to jump on it. Who gives a damn? We don't care. ADOS, it's not a club that you can join and quit. Either you are or you're not. You dig? Either you are a descendant of slaves in America or you're not. This is not a club that you got to apply for a membership to.
How do you change so fast? How do you go from ADOS? How do you go from ADOS to FBA so fast? You know what I mean? If you had a beef with Yvette or Tone, you still ADOS according to you. It's not a club. But you create another club. Come on, man. Come on, man.
We're just acknowledging our status. And I'm not arguing with nobody about that. What the hell are you arguing about? What is there to argue with? What is there to argue about? You gotta
You see? So and here's the pattern. Here's the pattern. He jumps in. You understand what I'm saying? He jumps in, and the moment that he jumps in, his plot is to take it over. That's it. He jumps in, and the moment that he jumps in, the plot is to take it over. You hear what I say? To take it over. He did that. He tried it with Cosmo Flex. He tried it with when the pimp and the player thing was in vogue. He tried it with that. They pushed them books. And to this day, he cannot show, I guarantee you, a receipt of books sold to say that it's a bestseller. But he been pushing that idea. But he haven't shown one thing that showed that book was a bestseller besides him telling you. Even when it comes to Hidden Colors, he can't show you one receipt, tracking receipt that is, that could show you that it was the best-selling DVD. I keep telling people, popularity don't mean success. Popularity never means success. Not in entertainment. You got a lot of entertainers that were super popular, but they wasn't successful as it relates to money. They wasn't successful as it relates to longevity. That's why you get one-hit wonders. Popularity is never a sign of success. Not in Hollywood, not in hip-hop, not in nowhere. Know what I'm saying? Not in nowhere. New scholars say, no, he was not trying to be a leader of ADOS because he saw it as a lineage. No, we're not talking about that. Let me tell you what a leader is, new scholar. Yeah, you're a new scholar. You got to get with old scholars to understand what a leader is. Leaders, in the true sense, they don't determine if they are a leader. If people follow them and follow their advice, by default, they are leaders. Leaders don't pick themselves. Leaders are determined by those who follow them. You can keep saying you're not a leader all you want. That's just fluff. As long as people follow you and take your advice, you're a leader whether you like it or not. What? Why y'all try to play these games because someone says they're not a leader? No, they can say it all they want, but that's not what a leader means. A leader means that someone is following them. They can be in denial all they want, but they're still leaders. Tariq Nasheed is still a leader. He's giving people advice. He's giving people information. He's inspiring people to look dumb, choose dumb, and act dumb in this hour. He is a leader. So we got to stop playing these games. You got to call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? You got to call a spade a spade. That'll be just like me saying, I'm a Moorish American, but I ain't a leader. But I come on here every week talking and leading people, whether right, wrong, or indifference. I'm some type of leader. I'm some type of leader. You know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm making is the reason why he says he's not a leader, you have to understand that his whole bank is under a 501c3. And the moment that he tries to move as a leader, now he begins to put his 501c3, that's his banking system, he begins to put that in jeopardy. And if one chooses to go left from the rhetoric that he talks, Now he becomes responsible. So you take a FBA that's all agitated about immigrants. You take a FBA that's all agitated about those that come to America to try to make a better living for themselves. You take a FBA that's all charged up, and one day they just want to go on a stupid spree. And they say, I'm FBA. In his mind, he believes, this is how slow he is though, in his mind, he believes that he'll be able to say, well, no, they did that on their own. I'm not a leader. They went on that stupid spree on their own. So he can wash his hands. He can, and you understand, shout out to Cherry Hill, what up? That way he can wash his hands. So it's twofold. His bank account of his banking system is worked through a 501c3. That's number one. He don't want to lose that. Number two, if someone choose to go ratchet nuts crazy and use FBA rhetoric, the thing he can say is, I'm no leader. Did y'all get it? That's why he's saying that. I mean, like that should be easy to figure out. You know what I'm saying? That should be easy to figure out. But now, let me show you something. This is how crazy the leader of the FBA is, right? Let me show you how crazy the leader of the FBA is, if you don't mind. I'm going to show you how crazy the leader of the FBA is. Unbelievable to me. But where is it? If I can, I thought I just put it up in here. The leader of the FBA. That's right, I said it. Who gonna do something? I thought I just saved. Hold up. The leader of the FBA. I'm gonna show you an example of what I'm talking about real quick. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about real quick. So the leader of the FBA, like what he does is he trigger people. That's one of the main things that he tries to do. He tries to trigger people because this is how he makes his money. He makes his money off of triggering people, and then he creates a problem, and then he act like the savior. That's what he's doing. He's creating a problem and act like the savior. Or he point out problems and then act like the savior. You see what I'm saying? That's a classic trick that people ain't catching. He points out a problem or creates a problem and then he act like the savior. You know what I'm saying? He like one of them crazy mamas, right? That make the baby sick and then they take it to the hospital and say, "Oh, I saved the baby." They got a syndrome for that. I forget what they call it, but they do. But with that being said, this is how he get down. So he would post something like this, right? You follow me? He will post something like this. Everybody's seen this story. Family of Rashawn Carter demands answer for his severed body parts found in Mississippi. May he rest in peace, my brother. He will put that out there and then say the white supremacists did this, the white supremacists did that. You know what I mean? The white supremacists did this, the white supremacists did that, et cetera, et cetera. And maybe so. But if you're so sure that the white supremacists did that, why don't you get off the YouTube or get off the Twitter and take some of that donation money and go down there? Somebody say it's called Problem Reaction Solution. Thank you, Bob Cosmic. Thank you, brother. PRS. Problem Reaction Solution. Do you follow me? So that story right there, right? That story right there, he would put that out there to trigger people. And like I say, rest in peace. I'm only doing this as to show you a presentation. But then he would say, a black man was found dead and his body dismembered after telling his member he was being chased by a group of white supremacists. Race soldiers in local police department said there is no foul play. So he'll put that out there, right? Work with me. He'll put that out there. And all of that could be true, but he's doing it to trigger people, right? He's doing that to trigger people for all intents and purposes, right? But now let me show you something real quick. I gotta get it for you real quick. with that being said, he puts a post up, right? And he says, I'm about to show it to you. Let me show it to you. Now this is the epitome. Now this is the epitome of what I'm talking about right here. This is the epitome of what I'm talking about right here. Watch this. Tell me if you can catch this. And this is what you get from someone who has no intentions to really address anything. This is what he put out. A young black man named Rasheem Carter was lynched in Mississippi, and local police appeared to be complicit in the crime. What's the next line that he said? The Biden administration needs to be vocal about this. Why should Biden be vocal about this? You line him up with the white supremacists too, don't you? You see the contradiction? I understand why he would say that. Because he's a part of the system and playing like he's not. Listen to him. Biden administration needs. You see the contradictions? He would do a whole disrespectful dialogue about Biden. Now he want to call Biden to his rescue or to a rescue of a problem that's a problem that we face in our community. This is a problem that we should be addressing. Our unity is messed up. We fall victim to too many charlatans to really go hard on something like this right now. If I say let's go down there, I'll be standing down there by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'll be standing down there by myself. It'd be a couple people from Morris Road TV. We'd be standing there ready to, I mean. But this shows you the mentality. This gives you an insight. See, one thing about a thief, a hypocrite, a fake, and a fraud, they tell on themselves all the time. They tell on themselves all the time. Now, when you say that you fight in the white supremacists, why would you call Biden? I believe with Stephen Myers, we already have unity of action. That's what I'm saying. But we need organize the efforts in order to move forward on things like this. But this guy here, this is why people need to pay attention. People need to pay attention. This guy is grassroots from his little den. That's it. That's it. He's grassroots from his little den. And he underscores these stories here. He underscores these stories only to trigger and to further his social media endeavor, because his social media endeavor is his cash cow. You follow what I'm saying? His social media endeavor. His social media is his cash cow. That's it. That's it. Without social media, he could not make a DVD. Without social media, he could not live in the house he live in. Without social media, how many people without social media you could still live and survive the way that you live and survive today? How many? I can. This is how you know a social media grifter. This is how you know. Without social media, there will be no selling of DVDs. There will be no going live every few nights. There will be no give me some donations. There will be nothing. This is how you can tell a social media grifter. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because without it, they are nothing. That should be the litmus test. If you want to find out, this is the litmus test that I said in the temple. People got mad at me. People was complaining in the temple, in the Moorish Science Temple of America, about, not in our administration, but in administrations, about these grand sheiks grifting. I mean, taking people money, taking people dues, 1 second, taking people dues and living off the membership dues, right? Ain't got nothing to show for it. You follow me? Ain't got nothing to show for it. And I said to everybody, I said, listen, if you take the leader out of the Moorish Science Temple of America and nobody was paying dues, what would they be doing? What kind of job would they have? What type of skill do they have? What type of marketable skill do they have? What would they be doing? I say that's your answer right there. If you reach the conclusion that they would be destitute, homeless, etc., then they're beating you. Halftime, listen, a lot of times, man, I be broke. I don't care how much money, I ain't gonna say I'll be broke, but I don't care how much money people have offered, and people have offered significant amount of money. I'm telling you, I put the money right back. I'm trying to tell you. Anybody make a donation. I can't explain every little thing that I do, but Allah is my witness. I put it right back because I actually got to get up in the morning and go to work and really do this, taking care of myself and my family without this. So, you know what I'm saying? But that's the litmus test. What would they be doing? What would they be doing? Do they have a marketable skill? And so that's what it is. You know what I mean? And many people don't want to, they just don't want to believe it. But with that being said, we already know Tariq Nasheed, Tariq Nasheed, he'd be done. He would be done. He would be done without social media. Even all the skill. His let's be clear. His movies don't sell to a Hollywood audience. His DVDs do not sell to a Hollywood audience. He couldn't sell that stuff today. People are a little bit more conscious now. People are a little bit more, when I say conscious, a little bit more aware. New Scholar, man, you got to set up the show because I got a lot of stuff going on. Now, I can't let you disrupt the show. Email me at taharkabey@gmail.com. You're welcome to come on to have a whole episode this Saturday because I got another show tomorrow. But you're welcome to come on this Saturday. Set it up, brother. Set it up Saturday for Saturday. Because I got to keep my flow going. You know what I mean? Got to keep my flow going. So we're going to give him the informant of the, let me take me a sip of water. Take a sip of water. All right, back to the show. Let's drink some water. I had to drink some water. I ain't want you to see. I was a little parched. They used to, that used to be funny when I first hear a dude say, man, I'm a little parched. You parched? Man, I'm thirsty, man. You got some water? This dude talking about I'm parched. I was watching Tariq Nasheed. He said that. I said parched. I'm a little parched. I'm like parched. Man, I'm thirsty. People be telling on themselves. Man, I'm thirsty, man. I need some water. I mean, man, serious, man. I was raised by like crazy men. You know what I mean? Like, man, they'll pluck you with a finger. Their finger was so fat, man, your head swell up. Bop, go sit down. Sit down, grown folk business. They would never use a term like parched. You sit up there looking at my big old eyes, looking at them while they talking, and I ain't even see them. Pop, boy, go sit down. Mind your business. Stay out grown folk business. Like, man, how you see me? You got the Flintstone knot on your head. Yeah, that's type of brothers I was raised by. I was raised by a type of brothers. I mean, they work on the car, and they say, baby, bring that sandwich out here. You know what I mean? My mother bring the sandwich out that demonstration, and she got that joint in a napkin. She handed it to him, and he don't need to wash his hands. And I mean, my father grabbed that demonstration with the grease on the hands. I mean, try to keep it on the napkin. A little bit grease get on that bread, he still bite that demonstration. The grease and all. Anybody was raised like that? Was I the only one? Those were the real men back in the day. Anybody? Those were the real men. I was raised by them type. For real. Pop, boy, mind your business. Go sit down somewhere. I was raised by they talk crazy. I was raised by a James Evans type man. About turn it up 10 notches. Get mad at my mother and throw bottle through the fish tank. And water just fall everywhere. The fish flopping. And he just go upstairs. Yeah. Those was the good old days. They don't make men like that no more. Oh man, he shouldn't have did that to the fish. Oh man, I'm calling animal control. I'm cruelty to animals. That's what they did. They don't make it like that no more. I grew up in the era. It was a rainbow dude named Peanut. Say Peanut and call him a couple names, and he said, "Your mother." Peanut ain't get mad. Peanut, you agate. Your mother. What you just say? That's even the fruitcakes. They were smart. The fruitcakes was crazy. Yeah, we ain't care about that stuff. They got new age stuff today. You know what I mean? Oh, you're bashing, gay bashing. They got all types of terms. You're gay bashing. The shoot. You call Peanut a name. He said, "Your mother." Tell your mother. Like, hold up. I'm gonna beat you 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 up. Ah, stop. Yeah, that was the real deal back in the day. Right. He said back when the fruitcakes could punch too. That's right. Fruitcakes will fight you back then. No, my brother Brian said Bethlehem still. My man, my father was. What he got? Yeah. So not bad. Hidden sensitivity, Smiley. Even the fruitcakes, man, they gone crazy, man. They don't even fight back no more. You know what I mean? If a fruitcake fight back today, that's a good TikTok. You know what I mean? But most time they just call it harassing or something. Or I mean, they got this new stuff. But if one fight back today, oh, that's a good TikTok. Like what? Everybody should defend themselves. What are you talking about? Anyway, let's get to it. One of the things that I want to point out is, where my slides at? I'm tripping. I was having fun. Where my slides at? Oh, I'm doing too much. That's what happened. I was doing too much. Yeah, let me get him out the way. So listen, family. Listen, I want you to pay attention, though. So we talked about Nipsey. We talked about the Jamaican guy, but there's another situation that's going on now. Anybody familiar with the Taxstone situation and the Troy Ave situation? So Troy Ave was at a T.I. concert, and right now he's the trial is going on for Taxstone. Taxstone is a podcaster, also been in the music industry. So ultimately, Taxstone is accused of, let me pull it up real quick. Taxstone is accused right here. The shooting was initially believed to have been sparked by a feud between Troy Ave's BSB crew and Mano's team, which Mano denied. On Christmas Day of 2016, Troy Ave was shot twice in his car while visiting family in Brooklyn. The following month, popular tax season podcast host Taxstone was arrested in connection to Irving Plaza shooting, with U.S. Marshals, New York and New Jersey Regional Fugitive Task Force taking Tax into custody in Brooklyn on federal warrant that charged him with 1 count of possession of firearm by a convicted felon, 1 count of a receipt of a firearm in interstate commerce. The arrest came following federal complaint sworn out by Detective Jose Flores of the New York Police Department that stated what is believed to be Taxstone DNA was found on a gun that killed Banger and injured Troy Ave during the Irving Plaza shooting. This is Taxstone. Now, you might say, what does this have to do with anything? Well, right here, you will see that Taxstone interviewed Tariq Nasheed. We have good brother Tariq Nasheed in the studio. You follow me? Now, the rubber meets the road. Tariq interviewed 6 years ago with Taxstone. Do the math. 2017. Do the math. Do the math. Tariq Nasheed episode, January 11th, 2017. Taxstone. They run down on Taxstone, January 16, 2017. I'm not saying anything. Now, one of the things that I want to point out, is that I listened to some of the interview. And what stood out to me was really strange to me. One of the things that stood out to me was when Taxstone was interviewing him. I'll let you hear it.
Say hello to the bad guy tax season. We back again. Another episode. And the educated brother, Tariq Nasheed. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's it, sir.
Tariq Nasheed. I always want to get people names right.
Yes,
you know what I mean? A lot of people call me Tax One, Taxstone. You know what I mean? My name is Taxstone. I actually don't care what you call me. You know what I mean? Just don't call me a bitch. Nah. Tariq, what's going on, man?
How'd you get the name Taxstone, by the way?
Well, Tax, I got the name Tax because I was extorting people at a young age.
How do you go to an interview to be interviewed? And I'm pretty sure that Tariq set this up. I'm pretty sure. Because Taxstone don't cover this type of stuff. But I could be wrong. But how do you go to an interview and you ask him, how did he get the name Taxstone? You are the interviewee. You have to. The interview is very revealing too. You are the interviewee, and we know that Tariq Nasheed goes around scheduling these interviews to promote certain things. You follow me? And people see the Hidden Colors thing, and they see the DVDs, and they quick to say, "Sure, I'll interview you." But listen to this.
Taxstone. You know what I mean? My name is Taxstone. I actually don't care what you call me. You know what I mean? Just don't call me a bitch. Nah. Tariq, what's going on, man?
How'd you get the name Taxstone, by the way?
Well, Tax, I got the name Tax because I was extorting people at a young age. Yeah. Yeah, and the ice cream man named me that.
So sometimes this is how they build a profile. Sometimes this is how they build a profile, I would imagine. They would send these ops in to have what looks like or feel like innocent interviews, but they got to be building profiles because a few days later after this interview, Taxstone is arrested.
Word.
Rest in peace, Johnny. You know what I mean?
That dude, he's taxing people on the block, so I'm gonna just name him Taxstone.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then I got like in the gang culture a little bit as a child when I met T. Rogers.
Oh yeah.
And you know, that's how I got Taxstone.
Where'd you meet T. Rogers? Out in the LA or out here?
New York.
Oh, okay.
Where'd you meet T. Rogers? What kind of... I thought you was the interviewee. But I'm going to tell you, even in this video, Taxstone says, you know, sometimes we get comfortable, and that's how the police get people comfortable, and they get them to tell on themselves. And the same tactic that he had mentioned, Tariq is doing. We could actually go through this whole interview, and you would really see the nefarious ways of Tariq Nasheed. You really would. You definitely would. You would actually see it. You will actually see it.
14.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Word. That gang thing is deep. I'm thinking about doing a documentary about that.
Yeah.
Getting real deep into it.
Gang shit is whack.
Yeah.
You know, I want to do a documentary about how gangs is whack. You know what I mean? And how I regret.
And you can tell.
Damn near anything.
Let me stop for a second. You can tell he was trying to walk him into a gang conversation. But Taxstone quickly said he wanted to do a documentary how gangs is whack. Watch this, how he tried to lead them, and it's called leading the conversation, I would imagine. Listen to this. Listen.
That gang thing is deep. I'm thinking about doing a documentary about that.
Yeah.
Getting real deep into it.
Gang shit is whack.
Yeah.
You know, I want to do a documentary.
See, Taxstone sent them a curveball, even if he don't know it. He sent them a curveball. It seems like he wanted to engage them into gang culture over the airwaves. Did y'all catch that? Listen again. It looks like he's fishing. Watch it. Listen.
So I'm gonna just name him Taxstone.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then I got like in the gang culture a little bit as a child when I met T. Rogers.
Oh yeah.
And you know, that's how I got Taxstone.
Where'd you meet T. Rogers? Out in the LA or out here?
New York.
Oh, okay.
When I was 14.
But now remember, Tariq Nasheed is the interviewee on Tax Season podcast.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Word. That gang thing is deep. I'm thinking about doing a documentary about that.
Yeah.
Getting real deep into it.
Gang shit is whack.
Yeah.
You know, I want to do a documentary about how gangs is whack. You know what I mean? And how I regret damn near anything I ever had to do it with a gang. I understand where it came from and what it started as, but what it became, you know what I mean?
Let me tell you something. This interview is so revealing where Tariq literally lets his guard down because obviously Tariq didn't think that someone like me would come back and scan over these old things, which I am. I'm looking at a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? But you can tell that there's more going on in the interviews that I've studied that Tariq has been a part of. And it's one thing, again, it's one thing to do an interview and you ask certain questions. I mean, some questions should be off guard anyway, out of bounds anyway. But it's another thing you go as an interviewee and you start asking the interviewer questions. I'm thinking about doing a documentary about gangs. And you expect this person who is in the entertainment business would say, man, I would love to be a part of that. But he throws you the curveball and says, well, no, I want to make one about how gangs is whack. Taxstone, he threw that curveball at him. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, man, I mean, listen, It's just crazy. Listen, all of these all of these things are fluke. Is all of this coincidence? Is all of this coincidence? That's what I want to know. Is all of this coincidence? Let's go over this. Is all of this coincidence? Anybody? All of this is coincidence, y'all think? All of this is coincidence. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. All of this is coincidence. 2017, 2016. He said the FBI came to speak to him about Micah Johnson. Why would they be speaking to him in 2016 about Micah Johnson? Michael Johnson. Doesn't make sense. 2017, they come to his door for what? He never say for what. He never say for what. You follow me? 2020. All of this don't mean nothing. All this don't mean nothing. All the way up in 2022. All this don't mean nothing. You follow me? The Hidden Museum. He got a guy with a fake beard on going to court with Brandon. That don't mean nothing. He screams FBA, but have what seems to be the same guy right here as a security, but screams FBA. Go to court like this. This all makes sense to you? Y'all gonna make this make sense? All of this makes sense. Follow me? The European Ballet, all of this makes sense. We making it make sense? Taxstone, Nipsey Hustle. All of this makes sense. Last but not least, what about Darren Seals? They say he paid for the funeral for Darren Seals, right? What about Darren Seals, the activist? He also had contact with Tariq Nasheed before his murder. I'm not blaming Tariq Nasheed. I'm just saying these are things that we're looking into as we research here on Moorish World TV. Is all this by chance? When police pulled him over, Seals was driving a 2012 Jeep Wrangler with a companion whose name is redacted. The specific police agency working with the federal law enforcement is redacted as well. The reports does indicate that the FBI agent and the U.S. Marshals, let me tell you one thing that's in common, the U.S. Marshals. If you have been watching this show long enough, and we know that Marcus Sanders was in U.S. Marshals custody. Anybody that's convicted of a federal crime and get on probation or get in a witness protection program, they are under federal U.S. Marshals custody. So the U.S. Marshals, the same thing with what's the name we just read. The U.S. Marshals came to Taxstone, right here. It says right here, the U.S. Marshals in New York, Jersey Regional Task Force. Same thing with Darren Seals, the U.S. Marshals. Huh? You follow me? The U.S. Marshals. Now, take a look at this. In this thread right here, it says, if people would just listen, I swear, we don't understand how deep the game goes. Seen things in the military that showed me. And Tariq rarely replies, but on 2016 he says, real DAM and talk, fam. It's deep out here. And then this guy asks, so who was the agent? No answer. No more response, right? But now, check this. Darren Seals communicate with Tariq Nasheed before his death. And now listen to what Darren Seals says. And this from a post. I got this stuff off a post. It says, I understand where you're coming from too. Don't get me wrong. I just believe you misinformed about him. That's all I'm saying. Check, and this is all he posted. Check and chew that a little more is all I can say. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to admit it. But I think wholeheartedly that I'm not wrong about this one. Then Darren Seals says, this conversation just between the two of us, though. I'll never leak a word of it. That's my word. Tariq ultimately posts this private conversation. To be honest, I don't care that much about dude to be going into all that about him. If he has convinced you that he is not an agent, there we go talking about an agent again, that's fine. But I'm not convinced personally, and I don't care enough about it to go further. There it goes again. Every time somebody is into something, Tariq points out that somebody else is an agent. And the reason why I can only surmise is because it directs the attention from himself. Is this all a coincidence? And we still don't know his name. Let me thank Brother Muhammad for the Cash App. I want to thank my brother Mr. Thomas for the Cash App. Is this all a coincidence? Is it all a coincidence? Is it all a coincidence? That's all I need to know. Is it all a coincidence? You follow me? That's all we need to know. Now, if this is all a coincidence, all right, that's fine. But I just need you to tell me that all of this is a coincidence. That every time there is some type of conflict with activists, artists, or a criminal element that he is connected to, the first thing that he says is, somebody is an agent. Somebody is an agent. And he double talks so much. Check the double talk. Let's look at this. Look at this. I like this one.
Reason that, people doing with integrity and you spinning it for some fuck shit.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with that.
People criticize Vibe for doing that back in the day.
For pumping up that West Coast, East Coast.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying?
You saw what happened with that bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
And they was I respect Quincy. I don't think he was the one doing the editorial side of that thing. I know he was a part of the ownership.
Yeah.
But they might have
Listen
been the
to
first person or the first place you heard East Coast, West Coast beef.
Yeah. They were the one. Nobody. That wasn't no real shit.
Nah,
that wasn't real.
I don't think Pac and Big came up with that.
No.
Listen closely.
I think they spun that because they like if it bleeds.
Family, listen closely to this. Listen real closely.
Absolutely.
And we know how fascinated people are with this type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like throwing hands and throwing rocks and hiding your hand.
Yeah.
You ain't on the front line. That's what I was saying about instigating beefs and shit. We'll fuck niggas up for that growing up.
Yeah.
You don't even say nothing about this unless you gonna jump in
And that's what Tariq is doing. He's instigating racial beefs that he is not even going to participate in. Not saying that some of the stuff that he point out is not happening. Not saying that some of the stuff that he point out is not true. For they have to be true so it can resonate with people. But he ain't going to lift a hand.
your hands dirty. That's a fact, bro. Niggas, it was so delicate in the back of them buildings. You better not say nothing, bro. If you ain't gonna fight, you ain't got nothing to say. Don't when a nigga get socked. Don't do none of that, bro.
All that world star bullshit. Niggas didn't do that out here. That's new fuck nigga shit. Filming motherfuckers fighting. That's corny to me.
Yelling, that shit. Come on, man. But you said it though. The internet has enabled it. But
bullshit. Niggas didn't do that out here. That's new fuck nigga shit. Filming motherfuckers fighting. That's corny to me. Yelling,
that shit. Come on, man. But you said it though. The internet has enabled it.
All that world star bullshit. Niggas didn't do that out here. That's new fuck nigga shit. Filming motherfuckers fighting. That's corny to me. Yelling,
that shit. Come on, man. But you said it though. The internet has enabled it. But that don't mean we agree with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what other business?
Must I say more? Must I say more? Must I say more?
Check 1, 2.
Taharkabey got smacked, is that right?
Check,
Is
check.
that
Y'all
right?
ready?
Taharkabey
Y'all
went out
ready?
west, he
1, 2,
got smacked,
check,
is
1,
that
2.
right?
Check,
Is that
check.
right? Is that right?
Yo, this the
Y'all
real
ready?
deal.
Man.
Let's go. Yes, sir. This the real deal.
Let's go. Talk about.
I said the feds is watching, informing, plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing this frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. They thought they catch me in Cali, smack me up with some charges. If I was 25, I probably would've stuffed them up regardless. On the run from the feds, because that boy is a fed. If it was back in the day, I put a price on his head. You wanna swing on the guard, you little swindling fraud. With the feds on the block, the roof, and in the car. Nah, I'm a little smarter. I live to fight tomorrow. I refuse to let you leave me to slaughter, you little punk. I got children to raise, I got people to uplift. Your intention and at the same time snitch on anybody.
We back tomorrow. Mr. Hotel, we back tomorrow.
Gave you a new identity, location, and fame, but we know who you are. You can't hide no more marking. It's coming to light what you done did in the dark. And it's been an agent for years. Yeah, back in 91, you infiltrated the rap game. It's Cosmo Flex. Your job is done. Done. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like watching. They say I'm trolling like 50. And now the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I got the heart of Muhammad and the wisdom of Ali. I never say why me, instead I say why you. Didn't heed the warning, you know how I do. Destroy them devils, cause the devil's a punk. I'm the manifest of God, start cresting and unk, and use a Twitter revolutionary way to get hacked. I say I got smacked, sitting in front of your compact. I'm boots on the ground, 10 toes down out west. I could've called up my people and pulled up to your rest. In your gated community is your federal prison. Don't think that we don't know how you really living, we got you.